North Korean forces have pushed across the 38th parallel, and reinforcements are starting to arrive as they've captured Chucheon and Sokcho sectors and are now attacking Daejeon and Wonju, with Seoul still hanging in the balance. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the second Korean War campaign for Wargame, Red Dragon. It's good to have you all here as the United States and the Japanese are fighting off the Chinese and Soviet navies, and the South Koreans are holding on for dear life as they're now starting to form a steel wall that the North Korean forces are starting to hit. We've got a new campaign to fight here, a new battle at Wonju. Unfortunately, the enemy has air superiority. They have a helicopter regiment and also airborne strike squadrons of the Su-25K that can decimate our South Korean tanks. So we're going to have to play a little bit of hide-and-seek in this next battle in order to try to hopefully hold the enemy at bay. If you want to see more of this one, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get her up to 1,000 likes as we are going to very soon push into North Korea, yes, and capture Pyongyang and so much more. We just haven't gotten the order to do so, but in the meantime, we're going to continue to fight the battle at sea and on land and in the air very soon. Let's go ahead and get started then with our battle here at Wonju, and we'll be seeing another battle at Daejeon in just a moment, as well as South Korean Marines will be joining us there for the defense. The North Koreans, as I mentioned, have a lot of helicopters here, so we mostly need to stay hidden. Tanks versus helicopters are not going to be a good victory, and as we've been caught with our, basically asleep by the North Koreans, we're really kind of just trying to base our defense off of whatever we have at the time, wherever we have it. So we're trying to basically muster a defense in some of these areas. They're starting to really feel the pain of more of our attacks and our counterattacks and our defense, and the North Koreans still have plenty of tanks coming our way, including T-90Ss and so much more. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got some of our infantry down there. We're also going to call out a Stinger missile team that we have. Unfortunately, they're not going to last very long against a cavalcade of tanks that might come down that road. K1s are good. We're going to try to put random tanks and troops where we can. We're going to try to see if we can hide infantry or tanks around in order to delay the enemy. They're going to come around with the helicopter squads very shortly, and we need to stay hidden as much as possible and also make it so that way the enemy has to spread their forces out to find us. All right, well, hopefully this is all said and done. Let's go ahead and launch our battle here. We have a lot of extra points, and that's meant to be, as we really don't have much else to call out against enemy helicopters. So we're just going to have to see if we can make do with tanks. Interestingly enough, we should be able to destroy some enemy tanks with some enemy helicopters with our tanks, and they do have tanks as well. Type 59s are standing by, more than likely going to come down this highway through the valley. This mountainous region is not going to be easy for us to fight in with tanks, and gives the enemy sole advantage. They have the complete advantage here, both in morale, both in equipment, both in troop numbers, and of course having the air as well. So we're going to see an interesting battle here today. That's how this battle's been designed, I suppose, to unfold. We also have a lot of friendly transports here. Let's get them into the woods. Oh, and I hear enemy aircraft already firing. There comes all the... Oh boy, there comes all the aircraft. Possibly an Su-25K. I don't see it yet. Enemy helicopters firing their missiles and rockets. Those are just cheap transports, so that really doesn't matter too much. But luckily they went over here rather than to Daejeon, where most of our points and tanks are. Looks like they've given up the attack already. They just are looking to destroy vehicles, it seems. The AI in this game, too, will conveniently fly helicopters directly over your commands, even if they don't have recon, so that probably is going to disappear here in just a moment as soon as the Mi-25 start to move. That's our biggest fear here, as well as they have, I believe it's Fleta ATGM missiles, so we'll probably see that. Oh, and look at that, convenience. The 500D is spotted. Interesting, we barely made it out of there. I'm going to move our command. I was hoping to move him into better cover, but he's going to be dead now, so we'll say goodbye to the Yongdok sector. Luckily, we've delayed the enemy in finding us. Oh, hold on a second. We have an M2 Browning. We should be able to shoot down the Mi-8. Well, and look at that. Enemy tanks pushing around. Oh, it looks like they finally destroyed that. All right, we want to hold these sectors for as long as possible. We will more than likely lose in the morale battle. And oh, there's an Su-25K now, and they're calling out their Su-25Ks to destroy our tanks. If we can shoot down Su-25Ks, that'll be huge points for us. So we might be able to lure the enemy into an attack. Let's get these K1s out. They are armed with machine guns, so that's really what I want the most. We have tow and recoilless rifles, so that's going to be mostly worthless. We do have a machine gun here, though, so shooting down any sort of enemy helicopter will be good. Su-25s will then scramble. But again, we're just here for the machine guns. I'm going to try to keep those stingers resupplied. Interesting how K1s are having trouble. Oh, wait a minute. Enemy tanks. And enemy helicopter destroyed. All right, perfect. We got enemy tanks coming our way. Let's get that stinger group out of here. Type 59s have been engaged. Perfect. Wow. That was actually the best little thing we could have done. All right, looks like enemy helicopters are conveniently flying down here. And they'll conveniently find our command, too, in just a moment. The North Koreans will likely win this battle, but we will retreat, having destroyed a lot of their equipment and also a lot of their morale, too. Alright, another command destroyed. This is delaying their helicopter forces from coming straight here. MI8s are having to take back ways, and they're going to reach Stinger missiles here in just a moment. Oh boy. There's a lot of tanks now. Unfortunately, we can't put our tanks in the tree line here. Oh, those are troop transports, Korshuns. Those are essentially those are BMP-1s. Possibly emptied of troops. Oh boy, here comes all the hell. They're dropping some of their infantry on the mountain. And here comes the cavalcade of communism. I don't need any more K1s. What we need is just one anti-aircraft gun. Let's get that Stinger rearmed. Alright, boys. Well, we're going to have to hold on here for as long as possible. This is a battle that we can, even though we may be pushed out of the sector, we can win by destroying a hell of a lot of their helicopters, disabling them from doing that again. If we have them come to us with their helicopters, and we deliver a blow to a lot of those helicopters and light tanks, their ability to follow up with the attack is going to be less. So we can still win this one, even though it will say a total defeat. Sometimes that doesn't mean necessarily that we've lost. Alright, we got a K1 out here. Enemy infantry in the woods. Su-25. Good for him, he's gotten a great kill there. Let's see if the Stinger can take him out. I think he's going too fast. Oh, and he may have tried to wave off there with the Stinger. Let's get our tanks hidden, though. Not sure how he's exactly seeing that. They usually need a better recon in order to see some of those units. There's a recon vehicle there, but it should only be able to see some of the infantry. Speaking of which, beautiful kills on their helicopter there. Their infantry is about to meet engineers. Perfect. They're going to win that battle. Engineers will win that. Su-25 is bailing. Luckily, we're supplying the Stinger with a lot of good equipment here. Stinger still engaging. Beautiful. Alright, we do have the advantage here now. However, the enemy's morale is at 3,500. We're down to 400, so they're probably going to take that victory. We're just going to have to see what happens here. M500D, if we can get up there and destroy that. That'll be a happy day for us. MI8's creeping around. Just need to hold here. MI8s can still be destroyed by just flying over the top of our tanks, and the enemy won't be able to attack us with helicopters if they can't see them. Even if they have the M500D, the sometimes in this game the mountains can really interfere with ATGM runs from aircraft, though of course they always have the ability to circle back. Alright, well we've got plenty of stingers here. Let's see if we can find the enemy with recon. More infantry coming in. Lots of infantry coming. We'll block them on the road. These guys are awesome at defending towns. At least against infantry. Alright, we'll probably see the Su-25 again. Stinger standing by. Helicopters are getting antsy. Ooh, beautiful. Infantry killed there. And we have infantry coming out of the woods. Let's block them. Get out of there. TO-55s, beautiful. These are flame-throwing T-55s, and they're worth quite a few points. Those rockets likely won't kill us. They might, but they're less likely than a Mi-25. Oh, we're actually holding on with our skin of our teeth here. Tanks are actually firing. Wow, lots of infantry now. Tanks holding the line. Infantry's coming in the woods. We're getting pushed back. Oh, Su-25 again. Oh, Su-25K hit. Took a little damage, but he's bailing. That's good. Not a total loss here so far. Again, we have no fighters. We have really no AA. This is an incredible loss for the North Koreans so far. We might be able to hold this sector. Lots of enemy infantry, lots of troop transports now. Whoa, actually a ton. Uh-oh, ATGMs. Oh wow, they went all around us. Okay. Oh hell, they want a tank battle now. Oh boy, here comes that Su-25 again. Need to get a group of tanks down here. Let's get these guys over. I need to watch from below us. Wow, the North Koreans trying for one hell of a crazy push. Wow, we got ourselves a tank battle. All right. ATGMs like crazy. Su-25 again. That thing won't amount to much if we actually try to shoot at it with our stingers. Come over this way, get those Korshans. Alright, stop that infantry. Wow. Well, we got a total defeat there. Yep, we did, because we lost our morale points. But hold on, man. We were holding like an absolute champion. We lost some tanks there, but we had the entire North Korean column just blocked up. So I guess our troops are they've lost too much morale. But I'd say my morale is high in terms of blocking those guys. It was fantastic, the amount of equipment that they just lost in that. And also getting a hit on a Su-25K, which ain't easy with an infrared missile. All right, let's move on to our next battle then. And unfortunately, we're going to push down to Yeongdeok. But now, here's a plan that I have. For anybody screeching, quit retreating and whatnot, I got an idea. And here's where it comes in. Major, Japan's 1st paratrooper brigade has left its its base in Narashino and is ready to be deployed from Fukuoka Airport. It can be used to support the South Koreans or take the enemy by surprise behind their lines. The F.A.Q naval group is ready for deployment in the Yellow Sea. The HMS Ark Royal has been delayed due to heavy storms. It will be available tomorrow. The F.A.Q Marine units have a versatile aviation. We can land behind enemy lines or directly reinforce the South Korean action. However, I advise you to neutralize the Chinese port of Qingdao, which is threatening our western flank. Before then, it is imperative to clean the area of Chinese fleets that are defending it. Be particularly wary that the squadron defending the area around Qingdao. It is the elite People's Marines. Do not engage the squadron without heavy support. Alright, well, we have additional points to spend now. Now, my idea here is this. Eventually, the North Koreans will continue to push further and further into sectors that we don't have hold or control over, that we're not holding. And from Fukuoka, we can come up behind them with the Japanese paratroopers and then engage them directly. When we turn the enemy back completely and they go to retreat, they won't be able to, and entire North Korean armies are going to be destroyed in the pocket. In other words, if this sector was blue and we just won that battle, they would have been completely destroyed. Very, very amazing. Now, that's going to be great. I have a plan to do that with our enemy aircraft very soon. We'll see if we can destroy some of their aircraft as well. We can push down further to Busan, which Yongdok isn't going to be worth anything to defend. But we're going to stay here for now. I want to try to R&R some of these units, or rather refit them. But we'll see what we can do shortly. We have a battle to fight at Seoul, and that's probably going to be a winning battle. But let's go up to Daejeon again, where we have some aircraft at our disposal, some cluster bombers and such. But first, let's also get the naval units moving. We're going to spend 35 points on that, and we're going to move to destroy the Chinese fleet now. And let's go ahead and move over here. Whoa, alright, and an enemy helicopter just exploded. Fantastic. Alright, so the Chinese now, we have to fight a bunch of Chinese ships here. And then we're going to land at Qingdao, which they're recommending, which will give us 15 extra political points, which is going to be fantastic. So we can actually get out a naval strike squad as well if we need to with the Super Enitard, which has... it has one anti-ship missile. Okay, well, that's going to be definitely useful. We might be able to call out more as well to support that. But I think for now what we're going to do is we'll worry about reinforcements later. Let's just go ahead and continue our battle at Daejeon now, where we're going to see a cavalcade of enemy tanks. Yes, I see that there. The 101st and the 102nd, which actually is armed with T-90Ss. And if we destroy that S, it's going to be some good S. Oh, my goodness. All right, so those tanks are worth 170 points each. If we destroy enough of those, the enemy will lose morale like crazy. So let's make sure we've got all of our stuff set up nicely. Hey, if we're going to take a total defeat like that, we destroyed a hell of a lot of enemy equipment during that battle. That was awesome. I'm really proud of that. And with the, as I mentioned earlier, the North Koreans catching us off guard earlier with their initial attack, we've been holding pretty well across the sectors. And pretty soon we're going to turn this whole back on top of them and capture them in pockets, which will completely destroy their army. Rather than fighting them, we're going to win by basically surrounding them and having them surrender. All right, we now need to think what we want to do here. This is great. You see this? I just realized Chuncheon is here. The enemy has tanks, and they've got to cross a ton of bridges in order to attack us. That's going to be fantastic for us. They're going to have to actually full-out attack us. We can basically sit here, block the bridges, and they're the ones who have to attack. We don't have to do anything. This is fantastic. We're in the defense. Okay, let's go ahead and have a... I guess we'll put a cheaper command over here. Actually, we did have a helicopter, which we can put around maybe Echo, just in case we need to retreat from Echo for any reason. It's worth 4 points, and I'm assuming the enemy tanks will probably be coming over here to Alpha to try to flank us at this bridge and over here there as well. Let's do this. We got a lot of Marines, and Marines are armed with German Panzerfausts. So we're going to go ahead and get a couple of Marine squads down here, as well as some, actually, let's get some Stingers down. And we're going to turn every little building and industrial complex into a fortress. I wonder what the range on some of these are. 1,400, 700. Oh, perfect. We got actually... What's the difference between these? Oh, one is based in helicopters. We're going to go ahead and put as many anti-tank troopers and buildings as we can, and we're going to hold the North Koreans back as much as possible from as many different angles as we can muster. However, the North Koreans do have some aircraft here. We do as well, but we need to make sure we call out some... Wait a minute. I noticed earlier that their air comes out over here. We might be able to push up here and... Oh, if we secure that tree line there, that forest, and we put a bunch of anti-aircraft units there, we'll be able to basically just squat on top of their ability to call out aircraft. That's fantastic. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and call out a couple of these, like 3 of those, and those are anti-aircraft guns. And the enemy is going to have like T-70s. We've fought this group before, T-70s, T-90s, so this is not going to be easy. So we do need to supply our troops with something or other. And if we call out a helicopter, they're just going to try to shoot it down with their Air Force. So, and we're limited on our recon, so let's just go ahead and have them come to us. Let's have the... Oh boy, here comes the fun. I at least need to defend some of our units. There's really no chance in just defending this. That's a tank, though, so that's a good position. All right, let the battle begin. All right, so the North Koreans are going to be steamrolling at us very soon. They're probably already on their way. There we go. We're getting all of our units lined up. All right, well, we have some good income. And we got our South Korean Marines in position. All right, now, the best thing we can hope for is the North Koreans to try to attack us with tanks against the Marines. South Korean Marines can rearm their guns faster than the North Koreans can. All right, we are in a good situation. Oh, and there comes the aircraft. What are they attacking, per se? Oh, it's all of these units here. All right, let's get into cover, boys. Oh, and here comes the tanks. Fantastic. Oh, they're dropping napalm and stuff. Oh, it is napalm. Let's just get our forces to push out of there a little bit. We do see T-90Ss now. We see our T-90Ss pushing up. Alright, we need to get that anti-aircraft wing going. Okay, let's get our recon. Alright, we're working to cut off the North Korean Air Force shortly. They gotta move through these areas. Let's give them some reinforcements. Boy, I think I should get that Daejeon reinforcement point. It's going to be too little too late, though. If we drop our Air Force, they're just... Oh, actually, they have self-propelled anti-aircraft guns. Spags there. Oh, wow, we actually didn't take too much... We didn't take any losses at all, I think, from that. All right, the enemy has a Shimano CV, a command vehicle coming in. We might be able to hit that. Let's actually see if we can bomb that. F5s are dropping bombs again. They're dropping napalm on troop transports. That's worthless. There goes the cavalcade of communism. MiG-23s. Not today. We may lose some of our aircraft. Damn, well, we at least stunned that vehicle. We may lose some of our aircraft. We don't want to lose all those bombers. Losing 2 like that in a one and done is not good. Okay, North Korean tanks are coming in close. Beautiful, look at all those tanks right there. Enemy command is just like drunk. Uh-oh, don't go over the SPAAGs. Took that many of our aircraft, huh? Alright, we're gonna occupy up here now. Let's actually have our anti-aircraft guns go left. We're gonna cut off that aircraft. T-90S. Get it, boys. Damn, so much for blocking everything they had with infantry. We're going to start landing troops in here. This is delaying them, though. It's giving us more time to actually get our anti-aircraft guns into position. This is essentially cutting off all their ability to call out Air Force units. I'm going to try to put them here to block. Should be able to stun them. Okay, enemy command seems to be going for Bravo. It's 1,000,000 points sitting there. Excellent. We're stunning enemy aircraft the moment they're being called out. And we're shooting them down. Perfect. Stunned by the Stinger. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to get some air superiority here. Alright, let's see if we can piss them off and have them call out all their aircraft now. If I fly close to their point there, they might do it. A couple of these guys need to land some hits here. We have 20 millimeters, so that might do something against the tank from the top. Oh, whoa. Alright, North Koreans still have a lot of anti-aircraft around. Be careful, boys. T-72Ms are out there. Okay, we need to start equipping tows. Stop them at the bridges. We need our helicopters to go further south. What's that? Oh, enemy recons are driving around. Alright, let's land down there and take out that recon. Shimano Ho's gotta go. Alright, you boys. Start doing some landings here. They're trying to fire at our command with an ATGM. Get him, boys. Beautiful. Alright, back onto the choppers. And that command. T-72s and T-90s are going to try to bulldoze across Echo. I'm really glad we blocked the enemy Air Force. They're not even reacting to this at all. Essentially, we're blocking their spawn point, and they don't care. And unfortunately losing Alpha to a Instack ATGM there. I don't think that weapon even has... Oh, whatever, that's not important anymore. Now what's important is killing T-90Ss with ATGMs and cluster munitions. We have a couple of helicopters. If we call those out, it might irritate the North Koreans. Ah, perfect. Alright, well, we got good mobility here, faster than the tanks. So let's start blocking bridges again. Alright, enemy tanks there. On the other side of the factory. Oh, those are SPAGs, no. Worst thing we could have engaged. MiG-23 was immediately hit and started bailing. Pongay 2s, we need to get rid of those. Alright, T-90S versus ATGMs. Let's see what happens. We're about to see a huge spam of enemy equipment. It's going to happen. I'm going to try to land aircraft north of these guys and see if we can come up around Chuncheon and get their command there. How did we lose track of it? We fired some missiles. Did we kill ourselves a T-90? There's a possibility we killed a T-90. Okay, well, we got our defensive line on the other side of this river. Let's kill these Spegs. Little revenge for the SEALs that they killed before. Unfortunate, but we're trying to plug all the holes. And I'm going to do so by blocking the river. Everywhere that we can. There's the T-90S. Enemy aircraft again. We can essentially destroy all of North Korea's Air Force here. Somehow our aircraft got shot down over there. ATGMs. Beautiful side hit on a T-90S. Fantastic. Very, very good. Alright, let's get those troops resupplied. They earned some resupply. Let's get these guys out. Gotta get some more Marines out here now. Well, we've done a great job in blocking the North Koreans' Air Force. They have to fight us with tanks now, which isn't that great for them. They've been losing quite a few. Oh, we seem to have lost another UH-1. Interesting. The enemy moves around so much around you that it's just you're bound to lose something, even if it's all the way over here. For example, we lost like 2 Hueys over there previously. And trying to go into the village up here. Let's come in this way. Another T-90S. Let's see if we can call in a bomber on that. Enemy Air Force may respond. Pongay 2s are there. Pongays are getting a real... T-90S destroyed their own captured supply truck. Beautiful! T-90S killed by a dragon. Wonderful. Dragonfly did a great job. I'm going to have these tows try to go on the Pongays. Oh, never mind. Stop there. Okay, they've lost sight. Let's try to come in from down here. Oh, there we go. We finally irritated them enough to where they're... Oh, that's not good. Well, there's a GG on our Air Force blocker. Let's try to block that thing. Alright. Let's have our helicopters come in. While they're busy clearing out our previous capture, let's see if we can get in there and infiltrate a bunch of infantry. We now have 16 ATGMs. It's going to be a good battle. T-90S up here. Let's pin it down. Alright, let's start making some drops. Alright, let's just drop. We're low on fuel. Could be an enemy command right there. Let's go for that. Oh, yeah, they're getting nervous. Oh, how many points does the enemy have to spend? They've called out a multitude of T-72s and T-90s. Fortunately, we weren't able to move around them as fast as we wanted to. Back it up, boys. Back it up. Back it up. Well, we got the enemy to flee from their initial point. North Korean invasion, even though they are winning some battles, they're not doing too good. They must have another command somewhere. These guys are caught out in the open. Well, it's delaying those tanks and giving us an opportunity to destroy them. No surprise there in losing one chopper. That's alright. Delayed the T-90s. Not sure if we've killed multiple T-90s or not. Well, they got their Air Force back, and now they've lost their mobility around their initial call-out point. We see a lot of anti-aircraft guns and tanks. The only thing that we could win with is better tanks. Unfortunately, that's not one thing we have. All we have is machine gun trucks, which I could have used in the previous battle against the helicopters. That would have been great. Fortunately, we haven't lost everything. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Goodbye. well, there goes the anti-aircraft. We still have some of those left, so we won't lose the whole squad. But we are making the enemy pay with their advances. Our trap there is still lying in wait up there. And we do see the enemy command moving around. I'll never be able to break... Well, wait a minute. They don't have the ability to call out anti-aircraft. Or rather, aircraft in general. Let's just keep an eye with the Dragonfly. They don't have their command in Chuncheon. It hasn't technically captured, so they don't have an air force at the moment. I think that might be the command there. I'm going to try to bomb it. I can't tell. I can't tell which one's which. Yeah, we can't win against 13,000 tanks. Nothing destroyed there, but at least they don't have their capture point. We've really made a mess of North Korea's attack. And we still have our SEALs, so we can R&R a lot of these guys. We used a lot of our force here to block them. Or at least they're still out there. We'll get a lot of these guys back when we come back from the previous attack. Alright, let's get our troops into buildings. That's it. I think this is it for North Korea's attack. If they push again, it's kind of all over for them. They own one area. We're going to get all of these because we owned them before. If the enemy attacks, it's probably going to be from down here. I don't see too many units that we can call out that are going to be overly effective. We try to block them down here just in case. But unless North Korea attacks now in a huge force, we're not going to see much happen. They're hanging out on the other side of the river. That's it. We've stopped them. They're coming across the river. Is that a T-90S? That seems like how that would be traveling. Alone. Nope. It's just a Shimano-Ho. Well, we've destroyed a number of T-90Ss. Possibly another Shimano-Ho there. Alright, they got a lot of troops and trucks coming at us. Shimano-Ho attempting up there. That's it, man. We're out of time. Alright, everyone. Well, that is it for this episode. With some really good luck. Oh, what? Fighter squadron destroyed. Oh, on the enemy side. Really? Oh, wow. We blew it. Wow. Alright. Well, flanking around did a really good job. We actually destroyed a fighter squadron, which now gives us air superiority. So if we call over some ATGM planes, we can start cracking down on some of these big tanks. Enemy losing 3 T-90Ss that time around. Fantastic. Almost half their force right there. Very good. Alright, I'll see you all next time for the continued battle here in Wargame Red Dragon. Again, if you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit that like button. Blow her up to 1,000 likes, and we'll be seeing more soon. I'll see you next time.